Here we will observe the NRT 2500 spinner as displayed on the new NRT 3000 polarimeter. With the spinner set to 40,000 Hz, I've aligned the input SOP to be linearly polarized and oriented the output SOP to place the spinner on the S1-S2 equator of the Poincare sphere. In this orientation, the SOP speed is greater than 250,000 radians per second around the sphere. The NRT 3000 is measuring the SOP at 80 megasamples per second. However, we are only displaying a fraction of the streaming data on the GUI. Next, I will rotate the Poincare sphere on the NRT 3000's GUI to look down the North Pole at S3. Then I will adjust the input polarization on the NRT 2500 to bring the spinner to S3. Although the spinner is driving the halfway plate at 40,000 Hz, the rotation speed of the SOP is now 0. Next, I will change to the strip chart view of the polarimeter data. The strip chart displays the S1, S2, S3 Stokes vector and the DOP on the left y-axis. The right y-axis is for power, and a new feature in the NRT 3000 polarimeter, the relative SOP speed, shown in fuchsia. Since the spinner is at S3, the speed shown by the fuchsia line is nearly 0. For comparison, I will reset the spinner back to the S1-S2 equator. Now we see that the S1 and S2 oscillate sinusoidally while S3 is at 0. The fuchsia SOP speed trace has gone from 0 to a constant speed near the top of the chart, corresponding to the SOP rotation speed of 250,000 radians per second. Note the yellow DOP is a constant trace at 1. Again, I set the input SOP of the spinner to S3, and we see the SOP speed line drops back to 0. Returning once more to the S1-S2 equator, we see the SOP speed jumps back up. The NRT 3000 polarimeter clearly displays that the polarization input to the spinner determines the output SOP speed of the NRT 2500 polarization controller. Moreover, the NRT 3000 verifies that the NRT 2500 spinner produces a source of constant SOP speed for lab use. Next, we're going to record a sample of the spinner at 80 megasamples per second. First, we set the post-trigger samples to 2000 and set the application to Poincare sphere. With the number of logs set to 1, we press Start Log. The data is sampled at 80 megasamples per second and then stored before displaying on the screen. Here is a captured log. We see one full revolution around the Poincare sphere of the spinner. This corresponds to 250,000 radians per second on the Poincare sphere. As this SOP data log demonstrates, with 80 megasamples per second capability, no other polarimeter can provide the detailed change of SOP states that is measured with New Ridge's NRT 3000. Lastly, we end this demo by returning to the real-time sampling.